The house stood like a forgotten relic, hidden beneath nature's relentless embrace. Vines crawled up its cracked walls, their tendrils wrapping around shattered windows. The old house stood silent, unbroken. Its walls, once grand, crumbled under time. Now, I wanted to bring it back. Here I demolished the left corner of the house, and I had to rebuild it. Then I also demolished this annex. This is the right corner of the house. Same process. Done. I took the plaster off the house. This process took some good time. I had to put reinforcing mesh on the outside. I replaced the windows on the side of the house. My friends came to help me in their free time. I sprinkled the house with lime mortar. We made the necessary repairs. By the way, please write in the comments what country you are from, to know where my video ended up being viewed. Thank you kindly. We started plastering the house. I bought firewood for the winter. It was a lot of hard work. I will show you the inside of the house. This is where I stored the wood. These are the two rooms. I removed the plaster from inside the house. It was a long and dirty process. And with a lot of dust. I put reinforcing mesh on the inside too, to strengthen the walls. I put a white door. My friends showed up and plastered the walls. I want to say that I put a lot of passion and soul into this channel, so please subscribe to make better content. Thank you. This is a part of the garden in the summer. Where the tallest trees are, there are the houses. I planted some trees like red oaks, birks and paulownia. The garden in the winter. The front of my house in winter and spring. We'll let my friends do the work, and I'll tell you how I ended up buying this land. It all started about 4 years ago when I thought about making a park with miniature houses. The land had to have good car access, electricity, water, be fenced, few neighbors, maximum 80 kilometers from home, a quiet place. Be in the country, have possibility of large parking space and at least 8,000 square meters. I was very excited the first time I saw this land. It met all my requirements, and even more than I expected. It had personality and some stories to tell. It is 13,400 square meters, surrounded by trees. And in the summer, it is very cool in the houses. In fact, I bought the land to make the miniature park, and these adorable houses happened to be here. They were in an advanced state of decay, but with God's help I have slowly managed to restore them. I still have a lot to renovate, but I am glad I have managed to get to this point. They have been abandoned for 40 years. The first time I saw the houses, I wanted to demolish them, but after a closer look, I realized that they could be renovated. It would have taken me years to finish the renovation myself. So I asked for help from friends who are better at construction than me. They are hardworking and skilled people. Like the video if you think they are hardworking people. We had many beautiful and fun moments together. The plan with this mansion is to finish the exterior and decorate it with window frames, paintings and maybe styrofoam trees. Behind the mansion, I want to make a summer terrace. Because it is on the north side and in the summer, it is cool because of the trees. In the garden, I have many places where I have shade in the summer. I have a lot to clean and clear, cut down old trees, repair the fence. There is also a small forest with many oaks, a stream that fills with water, especially in spring. In the garden I made a large circle with a diameter of 36 meters and planted 100 trees in the circle and 150 more in the rest of the garden. In 2 years they should grow quite tall. There are many birds that come to the garden and have a melodious sound. It is a pleasure to sit in the garden to relax, look at the hills, enjoy nature and do nothing. The sun watched as we worked hard. The wind whispered through old wooden beams. Day by day, the walls stood stronger. The house soul began to awaken. The village elders stopped to admire. This house once shone with pride, they said. We nodded, determined to honor history. Weeks passed, and the walls stood proud. The house, once forgotten, now breathed again. Though unfinished, its beauty had returned. And in its revival, we found joy. We are preparing the space for installing the windows. I used the glass from the old windows. My father built the window frames. I used the original frames for 2 of the windows and refurbished them because they have an opening system to ventilate the round hall. At first, the village watched in silence. Some whispered, "Too much work for nothing." Others shook their heads and walked away. An old man stopped by one morning. This house had a soul, he said. His eyes traced the broken window frames. And he left without another word. You honor our past, an old woman smiled. This house was once a masterpiece, another said. Soon, they shared stories of its glory. Laughter and memories filled the dusty air. Days passed, and curious faces appeared. Children pointed at the rising scaffold. Elders stood with arms crossed, watching. Some villagers brought water and fresh bread. One evening, a neighbor stopped by. He watched the mansion with knowing eyes. This house belonged to great people once, he said. They were wealthy, respected, and kind. Merchants and travelers dined at their table. Their generosity touched every home in the village. But time is cruel, and wealth fades fast. When they left, the house lost its soul. 4 years, it waited for someone to care. The old man smiled, lost in thought, I was a child when they lived here. They wore fine suits, but never boasted. Every winter, he gave food to families. His wife loved the rose garden. She planted flowers in every season. What happened to them? I asked softly. The neighbor sighed, his eyes darkening. War came, and everything changed overnight. The family fled, leaving everything behind. No one knows where they ended up. 4 years, letters arrived, but then stopped. Without them, the house had no life. But now you bring something back, not just bricks, but the spirit itself. I looked at my friends and we were all amazed. This was more than a restoration project. We were rebuilding a story long forgotten. As you can see, while we were talking, my friends finished plastering the house. Every year, in the winter, a Christmas tree stood here. Bright and tall, covered in golden ribbons. Carolers came from every part of village. They gathered at the gates and sang. Children received walnuts, apples, and quince. It was a home full of kindness. Spring has arrived. These are some little houses for the miniature park. They are made for testing only. I'll make others that are much more durable and bigger that you can fit in. The following pictures are part of my miniature collection made years ago. This is my hobby and I want to turn it into a work of art. I've been thinking about this for 4 years. This is all I can think about, to make a park with miniature houses. During these years I worked hard to make money. I saved up and sold everything I could sell to make my dream come true. It wasn't easy. I had moments of uncertainty, but I didn't give up. Never stop, never surrender. By the way, I named the house my little castle. My friend came over and helped me clean the hallway. He's a skilled and talented craftsman. It looks better now. The time has come to move on to more serious matters. I started breaking the plaster in the hallway too, because I wanted to install the windows. Little by little, progress is visible. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so now. This window is quite stiff. My friend is quite rebellious. He works safely. But in the end, he managed to dismantle the window. We make the necessary measurements. And then we start removing the plaster. Since I moved here, this has been my favorite sport. As a friend said, the plaster terminator. I often dream of doing this. I was just kidding. We are preparing the lime mortar in a traditional way to build the window space. The window space is ready. Good weather with little humidity has been announced. And I started painting the windows frames. I chose yellow because it is a color full of positivity. The roof, once vibrant red, is now rusty. First I applied a coat of primer. And then I applied the coat of paint. When I chose the color inside the store, it was purple. But on the outside it looks blue. Only when it's dark outside, you can see the color purple. This is the second coat of paint. Another coat of primer. I used white paint to cover up the impurities. The combination of white and blue also looks pretty good. But like I said, I want to make a fantasy miniature park. And that's why I chose these bold colors. Otherwise, I would choose something lighter, if it weren't for the park. I chose the color orchid purple, which looks more to pink. On the video the paint looks patchy, but in reality, it looks very good. And it gives you a very positive vibe. I didn't expect it to make you feel good. I positioned the windows. On the inside of the windows, I added a darker purple for contrast. I like the results. Here I cover one of my experiments. This is my state of mind reading the comments, especially those that don't fit in the park. As for comments, I'm open to criticism and new opinions, but said politely. Malicious and bullying comments will be deleted instantly, keeping a positive state of mind here on my channel. I thank you to everyone in advance who adds value to this channel's community. This is my father's workshop. This month he turns 73 years old. He is very ambitious and determined. I thank him with this occasion that he helped me very much with the renovation process. The truth is, I originally wanted to demolish this house, but he said to think twice because in the future I will need space and the house has very much potential. And it's much cheaper to renovate it than to build another new building in the future. This is my father helping me from time to time. So I followed his advice. Do you think I did the right thing? I'm curious about your opinions. This year I decided to finish the exterior of my house. I will add other elements to the house. Keep an eye on my channel and you'll see the transformations I am talking about. After a year of chaos and a lot of dust, hard work and many challenges, the reward has come and brought me joy and a sense of purpose. Here are some pictures from the area where I live. This river is visited by many birds in winter. Transhumants. A few more wildcats. Only 2 out of 10 cats let me get close to them, due to the fact that this place has been abandoned for 40 years. They come to hunt field mice and lizards near the house and in the garden. These are the birds that have visited me since I moved here. What impressed me the most was this owl. If you look closely, it has a hunted pigeon in its claws. Some birds came and made a nest in the barn. My father also built the benches you are about to see. My project is about passion, community, and hope. Together, we're building not just a miniature park, but a place of dreams, childhood memories, and reconnection with beauty. Every channel member brings this vision one step closer to reality. Become a member, contribute, be part of the story. Thank you very much for watching and sharing my dream. In the suggested video, watch the renovation of the house I live in. Thank you kindly.